twisted murdery scum that from giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. Literally come out from under rocks. They have green colored skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. Have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy with sick stuff, man. She sleeps in that same room as a creepy widow woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go we're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of foreign people with the very worst time, and I'm so pissed. I'm gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Still the wrong tune.
Feel like I'm dumb, as soon as it pop, I'm gonna retire. He say I'm hard and he say I'm
Wrong again. How many more centuries will it take to find the right notes?
Get the plug on the phone.
Megalopolis. I'm in Megalopolis City. Hey, here! Go!
Shoot first and ask questions later, didn't I?
Antares.
Mind if I help?
Come on, you fuckers think that just because a guy reads comics he can't start some shit? I'll fucking take all you.
But if you think I'm like making this up or imagining this, I'm at war. They're at war with me behind the scenes. There's people like, they don't even talk about you. That all they do is talk about me. Trust me. Trust me. All they do is talk about me. You want to know why like everybody is so quiet like on these live streams and they're nervous? They're trying not to say the wrong thing. Did you
Continuous.
You're talking about like a condom,
mints.
and
I
instead
think
of blue
condom
being in
mints.
there, there's barbecue.
Condiment condoms. Condiment condoms.
No.
Somebody must have thought of that already.
Like Dr.Ben says, they're called fixins.
So they have different
Fixins.
All the fixins.
All
Dude,
the
that's one of the reasons
fixins.
why I love Roy Rogers is all the fixins.
Like millions.
You think they could have
Millions.
a cousin fucking convention?
Millions of people right now are born of incest.
What?
Nexus Video says that's hot.
It can be.
Dr. Ben says not enough.
When your hot cousin gets stuck in the dryer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Beautiful at any weight, and he's a doctor.
Thanks a lot. And hello, Dr. Ben, and I'll shut up now. Thanks a lot, guys. Wonderful.
No, sir, I don't think I have any use for rubber.
Alpha core number 1.
I'll tell you what, though. Do you have any rubber Chuck Dixon protectors?
Call the police.
You could not come back around me, you turned your back on me, I cannot forget. The police was lying, they said that they caught you, but nigga, they made you admit. Your name was fine, you put in that work, they took your stick, you a bitch. Fuck my ops, they be on my dick, they all be mad, we rich. Turn up.
Under 25, living like a boss, lying around with a chauffeur. I don't sell drugs, still be paranoid, keep looking over my shoulder. Niggas lying like I'm stealing swag, but it's my shit like I wrote it.
These rappers really nice as hell. I'm a different nigga when I'm pissed off. Many say he gon' press up on who? I'ma get to steal like I'm Chris Paul. Back-to-back Suburbans, I'm a big dog. I was in the slum serving fentanyl. Zombie land junkies having withdrawals. I've been getting to a lot of missed calls. Turn it off, what the fuck is he talking about? I should slap you for saying he hot as me. I don't know who could fuck with me, honestly. They know I'm the man, so they watching me. Different color bands like Monopoly. Man, he must not be using his hair. If he thinking I don't keep a Glock.
Is he a man that dreamt he was a river, or a river that dreamt it's a man?
Both answers are correct.
So I guess I will have
Here
to
we are.
use that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Every time.
Always something.
Yeah, yeah. You saw it was all set to be from that one.
Yeah.
And it
Adapting to new technologies.
Every day. We have a computer with no wires. It's just a keyboard.
Wireless.
No wires, no paper. You're just typing.
That's the future.
Nothing.
The great no, it's the great American novel. The great post-American novel. Right. That's what I want to write.
The great post-American novel?
Yeah, like
I guess I gotta I have to leave that then.
That's actually a cool idea.
And just do that, like just talk and while you're like just hitting a keyboard. Let me make sure as always we're not
automatic writing.
While you're like that's us talking. Okay.
Yes, that's us. That's our voices. Raise your voice up.
Why did it not work?
I don't know. We could ask ourselves questions all day long and not get any answers.
So that's what I'm saying. It's amazing that it didn't work at all. It was supposed to. I don't know.
But it didn't.
You know. Well, so I asked. You know what I should do is I should check. I did a poll on one of the things. I doubt anyone like actually answered it. It was like a poll.
One person
on Instagram.
Well, what are the results?
Yeah, I should go check. Hold on a second, folks. Oh, well, I could use this to. I think this is my Instagram. Okay, that's.
I'm looking at this guy's brain first.
Did AI take over Dr. Ben's brain? And there's a vote. No one has voted. So
I don't think so.
There's yes.
I'm gonna go with no.
There's no. There's no brain, no pain.
I guess that would be true.
I guess if I was smart, you know what I would do is I would pull this up on here. I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it? Like if I pulled like on
yeah. I see what you're saying.
I see visions of the things to be, the pains that are with.
I don't know if it'll give me like a thing for playing that the song or whatever. I'll do yes. Can I vote? I can't vote. My result. I'm not. Oh, I'm only allowed to ask the question, so I can't like lead them. Like no, yes.
Well, somebody's gotta decide at some point out there.
So you can vote on that. A lot of people, as we remember last time, though, a lot of people on Instagram don't like me. That's where I had all the people that were like telling me
to drop dead because you apparently killed Doug Piscor.
Yes, I killed Doug Piscor. Old Dougie. It's horrible.
You bastard.
Yeah, I saw, that was. So that's what I'm saying. I don't really expect too many results, but I figured give them the option.
Yeah.
To say, be like vote whatever they think is a negative way. Give them some way. Yes.
I mean,
no brain.
Well, no is the most positive because that's saying that your mind isn't under the control of AI. I don't know what like no brain, no pain means. I guess it's true if you have no brain, you're not feeling anything.
Oh, wait, this isn't even the voter thing on here.
What?
There's a few insights.
Oh my God. What?
I'm sorry, folks. This Instagram stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. That's probably why they hate me on Instagram because I'm just like, Insta. on the phone. You know, like I'm just, they're like, it's Instagram. You're doing it wrong. Like,
yeah, I don't.
Even though, and I think we're not even over on there. We're on YouTube or whatever. Right?
We're on the YouTubes.
Does it go? And then I try to put it on the other ones too, but
nothing.
That's weird. I tried it on the Twitter, right, to do the video on there, but it was only like, to use your phone as an example, it was only up and down video.
Oh yeah.
If I turned the phone sideways to get like the landscape view to be like, it was still like the up and it was so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like it wouldn't, not to just randomly attack your phone there, but
it has no soul. It's a phone.
Well, I guess so. That's what I'm saying. That was, if you're over on Instagram, I guess go over there and fight and look at that. No, and speaking of fighting, that's what I wanted to show.
Oh, okay.
The war on Gaza over on the Comics Journal. That's what I think is interesting.
Isn't like Sacco doing like a new thing?
That is, he is writing about the war in Gaza. That's what all this is talking about. Whatever Israelis, Palestinians, they're all
going at it,
fighting. Very, very much, yeah, as we know. But so that's, some of them are calling it, some people say it's genocide, some say it's self-defense. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like I think I would rather have this. What was it doing? Did it stop? I don't know. Is that, oh geez,
what, that thing broke?
I think it broke. The keyboard, yeah, it won't move that's so weird. What the hell? Well, so anyways, you know, he's obviously the Palestine book. You're like, what? So that's what I'm saying too, is we need an update. Took me two times to do my review of it because it's a big book.
Yeah, I'm on chapter.
You're at where the mark that is?
Yeah.
So what page is it? It's at the bottom.
104.
104. I think there's like 400 pages, I think. Maybe 200, something like that.
Pretty good chunk of it done.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's, oh geez, now I've got to figure, that's only Jesus. That's horrible. So folks, the computer, the keyboard just died. I must be the batteries, I would assume. That's like, seriously. What the hell?
Pretty horrible stuff happening.
Breaking down around us.
There's like that one part in the book where like this family was like surviving off of like the olive oil that they sold from the olive trees that they had.
Right. That's like,
and the like IDF like made them like cut them all down, and they could, or get a fence, and they couldn't afford a fence, so they basically came and like just cut them all down.
Oh yeah, where they cut the forest of olive trees.
Yeah,
well, not like a forest, but it was like a grove or whatever. They were like, oh, the people can hide in there and shoot or throw bombs or something. Like, what? And cut down the trees?
Yeah,
so weird.
That was like their livelihood too. Like, as like another thing about
everyone happy and say it is both. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're with the current thing. They're, you know, it's been the same. They're shooting them and shooting each other, back forth. Now it has turned from like, think about that.
When did he write this?
That was in the 90s.
The 90s.
That he was over there.
So
92.
Bush era. Or no, it was Clinton.
Bush, and then going into Clinton. Yeah, he was over there because a lot of the pictures, I think, isn't there like doesn't he like date some of the drawings like 92 or 93?
Yeah,
like I think like it's,
I don't know, but like
how horrible this. Actually, if you can go over there, you see that keyboard over on the couch. This is horrible, folks. I apologize for this. It literally. Got one of the. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna get because that's what I'm saying. It's impossible to do all that and this with the stuff over here. Once we get the see, everything was in the
this is all
the keyboard. The keyboard, it was like a keyboard and a mouse. And obviously I have this keyboard right here as well. I just have to figure out which story again about this, folks. You got, because what is it you want? You want to show off your swamp thing?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, but you had some stuff you wanted to talk about too. I don't know what we're gonna go start with.
Almost here, folks. Jesus. What is this possible? It doesn't fit any of them. There.
Okay. You got it.
I got
everything. Success.
Okay, yeah. See,
So,
now we
yeah.
can scroll up and down. I'm just using that.
What were we going to talk about first, do you think? Well, I think when I start talking about my comics, I have to talk about my horrible experience at this comic book store, man.
Yeah.
I just like came in and immediately this guy was just yelling at his wife or
his own
or like I don't know if she worked there or was his wife and or both, or she was just another employee, but he was yelling at somebody about some such thing. And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't want to go into a long conversation or annoy the guy with a bunch of details about stuff, but I was just making a little note about one of the comics I got. I'm like, that's a pretty good price for all those pages and no ads. I was talking about this one.
Yeah, the bear pirate.
And he seemed so totally dismissive of my comment. And it's not like I'm asking for a lot of
you were actually when you were ringing up or
yeah,
whatever?
I wasn't or
when you were looking
no, when I was ringing it up.
You're like, oh yeah, this one looks really cool, $4.99.
Yeah,
nice.
$4.99. There's a lot of pages in there, no ads at all, and it's some good art,
It's
bear
comics. Think about that too. Pirates and Vikings. It's exactly. Remember, I said I wanted to cover. That's what I wanted to do. Actually, maybe before we do.
Well, but I thought it was funny because all this stuff about women being less intimidated by bears in the forest than seeing men. And I just thought it would be kind of but
let's read about.
I don't want to talk about that one now because I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it and then we can discuss it and maybe settle something about are bears scary?
There are bears in it.
Yes. So should we fear bear or man? You know you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let me pull this thing. I'll do that. Give me that other.
Yeah, but it looks really cool.
I don't think so. I don't mess this thing up either. I'll add the.
All right. All right. Get that camera facing right, man.
Every time.
Okay, here we go.
It's an adventure trying to figure out how to use these documents. Okay, so there's the camera. Yeah, since I just wanted to show, pull this up big here. I'm saying bear, pirate, Viking, queen.
Yeah, I just thought like cool title, cool cover. I looked through it a little bit and I'm like, yeah,
indeed. Those are definitely bears fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a guy. Looks like he's drinking or something, laying there.
Yeah.
Storm or some shit. Like, oh, like a boat. Okay. Oh yeah, because it said a Viking.
Yeah, pirate, Viking, queen thing.
The bear pirate. Wait, so is it two things? Is the bear actually a pirate? No. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, so you're gonna. Yeah. It looks at least interesting. This is some cool pictures of the bear. Is he supposed to be? Did you read any?
I didn't. Like, one of my friends was actually like picked it up and like looked through it a little bit. I wonder what she thought about it. But
created by Sean Lewis and Jonathan Marks Ravicchia. Written by Sean Lewis, art and letters by Jonathan Marks. What is his last name? Ravicchia? I can't.
Baravicchia. That's my best guess.
Okay.
And like, you know, I got like some Swamp Thing, which I did read that one today.
Right.
In fact, I read that just this morning.
So just
yeah, and that's issue 53 or something. What?
No, yeah, 53.
Giant Size Spectacular by Alan Moore and John Toggleton. Yeah, and basically the plot of it is I don't know what it is that what's her name? Abigail
in like Gotham or whatever.
Cage, yeah. Like, for whatever reason, his girlfriend is like in custody, and like Swamp Thing is taking it out on Gotham, and has turned within minutes Gotham into like a jungle, like a forest.
Oh, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Gotham, and Swamp Thing has come and like.
Yeah,
I see.
And like the police
covered it with his swamp. What was that? Like his growth.
Yeah, like the
we said there's like.
Well,
they're
like
eating the tumors and like
the Gothamites are eating some of like Swamp Thing's like sweet potatoes, and they're getting like high off them.
Wait, well, because that's in the that's what he gives Abby those.
Mm-hmm. And like for whatever reason, she's arrested for something. I didn't see the issue prior to this, so I don't know like what is like going on. But like Swamp Thing is definitely not happy.
Right.
And like in this story, like you kind of
1986.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really get the sense of like how powerful Swamp Thing is in this one too.
Well, he's like, what was the one you had where it was like that fire and like Yeah, this is them eating. The cops are like, you can't.
Yeah, this
eat
one
sweet
guy
potatoes."
like actually hallucinates. He's looking at that guy, and he's like,
Stan, you look really pretty tonight. Come on,
"Yeah,
Stanley. What are you doing? They turned it into a potato. Yeah, like, well, he didn't say that, but he did say Stan. That's pretty good. Big word.
I also kind of like how
That's just from him. Oh, so that's
there's like a cool motif in this comic too, with the like news media and how like they report on like the situation that's going on. Like they're like,
oh, that's
they
like other
report on like the growth and like the things going on around. Like they're like immediately to a hospital. Like what hospitals? We repeat, stay away from the sweet potatoes. They contain an unidentified hallucinogen capable of causing terrifying visions. You know, like in the
and it's Swamp Thing.
yeah, and
Is
also
that
like
him?
it has
Okay.
also made traffic and industrial capitalism very difficult to.
Well, yeah, so
and,
he's
like,
so that's what he's like. That's weird.
but like it is
Huh.
kind of weird because like some people are not mad by Swamp Thing doing this. Like,
And he's
they're
like, they're like talking, like that's Abby, right? That's his girlfriend.
Mhm.
She's what is she supposed to? She's doped out on the sweet potatoes up here.
no, she's like detained or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. But it's like because
Well-
she's eating them, she can still talk with the
Like, yeah,
Swamp Thing. Like
they
he gave her.
have like a connection with each other.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So she's like talking with him, and he's like, "Okay, I'm coming in," and he turned the city into
Like a forest,
right into
jungle,
into his
landscape, yeah.
part of him or whatever.
Yeah. And
It's bizarre. And they're like talking in their mind. He's like, "I'm coming soon. We'll find a way. I promise."
what a sweetheart.
Can we live together? Can we live like normally together? After all this, we'll find a way.
And yeah, like
Swamp Man and reaching for hers. Okay, well,
and like these guys planning on like
That's-
trying to get rid of him.
is that supposed to be Stanley there? It almost like looks like it, doesn't it? Like. Warp over. Yeah. Oh, Man Still by John Byrne. Okay, so everyone's just like chilling out though. Like,
Well, like
you said, they're like, isn't there part like where they like?
there's like kind of a like a cult that kind of emerges around him.
This is all supposed to be in Gotham now.
Yeah.
All these people, like old hippies. It's 86, like people that are just in the city, but he looks like he's definitely.
I like this part. Like he's like, well, it's gonna be some walk, but yeah, I guess so. Look at all these cars, man. It's like something by Dolly. This is a toll booth. Shouldn't we leave some money or something? And he just like looks at him like, are you fucking serious? You're insane for saying that, you dope. Like, I ought to smack you. Like, that's like asking in a zombie apocalypse. So, like, you know, like should we leave money on the store counter? Like, you know,
like pay for the stuff though. Like,
yeah, like that.
Everything's all covered with this weird Swamp Thing monster. He's like, because that's what they're like walking on cars or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're walking on top of cars. They're covered with Swamp Thing's. You know, he turned everything into him. Like, grew all over everything. So it's like swamp seeds. It's growth. It's all more tree. All of this is all. Just grew a whole forest on top of Gotham. Like, what are you gonna do now? Now you're a fucking swamp. I can just walk around in you.
And like Batman comes with this giant freaking tank thing with like these crazy buzz saws.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like Swamp Thing is like everywhere.
You know what?
That's just like that's
what
not
this,
even him.
You know what this reminds me
another
of though?
tuber.
Like it reminds me of the scene in like Batman '89 where he's like coming in and charging right at him at the Joker or whatever
with the Batwing.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
Kind of like I can see like him like
he just
Joker
has his like huge arsenal. Like he has like this giant thing.
yeah,
he brings out the flamethrower, and he's like, burning him. He just like grows up behind him and just all around everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you could burn one part of Swamp Thing, and he would just like grow up behind you and be like, "Yeah, I'm still here. Like I'm the fucking swamp, dude. Like I'm just everywhere."
Yeah, and
Burn, cut down a tree, the forest
Batman
is
at
still
this
there.
point just kind of realizes like, like this is not good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because that's like a whole bunch of Swamp Things. That's what I'm saying. It's like he's everywhere. Those are just like him growing like a branch, but the branch is like a swamp person.
And then he's just like surrounded by them.
Yeah.
And he's like,
all right.
Well, have you seen enough? Do you at least understand what it is that you are fighting? And they're just like, just pounding in dirt.
All right. People
yeah.
all happy.
Yeah, like, what did they say? Like, in a related item, the swamp creature has reportedly encountered the Batman, leaving Gotham's mass. Where
is it?
The pointer? Is there a pointer?
No, it went into the
what?
The microphone more.
Oh, okay.
I think that's. No one said anything.
Yeah. What?
But I figure that might be.
Oh.
Might help us.
Yeah, but like okay, oh yeah. Leaving Gotham's famous mass vigilante severely bruised but otherwise uninjured. A worrying situation and perhaps the most disturbing respect has been the response of Gotham citizens themselves. According to a random sampling of public opinion, gathered earlier, 30% of Gotham citizens feel sympathetic towards the swamp creature and his cause. 15% are also stated that they prefer an overgrown Gotham.
15% also said that they prefer overgrown Gotham.
Yeah. In short, there seems to be an alarming trend towards the acceptance of this creature as a kind of cult deity.
Yeah, like the kids are like running up to it. Like,
yeah, I love it. Honestly, like I want to have this happen in the real world.
Swamp Thing. They're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing. Like, he's the best. Like that's like what's like so silly is because like obviously that's never what happens with Swamp Thing. But that's like what he wishes is that like everyone would just be like would like it.
I think everybody's just been eating the yams and they're just like have connected with him and they understand like what's going on. He's brought all these insects there too.
Is there like another story too?
No, it's the whole thing. And yeah, he turns into this giant like skyscraper tall like a monster thing.
Well, I guess you gotta
he can like swallow all of these little men here. Those are his teeth. That's his mouth.
Oh.
Could just.
Well, that's Swamp Thing, I guess.
Yeah. And then like I think it's funny because like these people are like, now can we just pardon the woman after her boyfriend's done all this? And like Batman's like, no, you listen. I had my ass kicked by this guy. You don't stand a chance at all. Like,
guys, don't you understand? Like you can't.
Yeah, he's like, What?
Oh yeah, look at.
Yeah, he's just giving them the business. He's just like, no, this
Well,
is
that
a
is
no-win situation.
Like the forest, like the giant tree growing through the
Yeah, I love the like perspective of like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like guys, you can't freaking fight this thing. Like it can grow that in like 3 seconds. And just like I just grew a tree through your skyscrapers, all of them. Like if you cut this one down, I'll grow another one up inside of yeah.
I don't know that, and then like they're trying to like argue exceptions for like they're like, well, like she's like dating something that's outside her species or whatever. That's like weird or whatever. Like, you know, and Batman's like, well, you know, you're gonna have to start arresting like all these other guys because they're like aliens.
Right. You have to arrest the one who lives in Metropolis. What? God, I hadn't thought. I didn't realize. Well, is he Cabby? What?
What?
Carrie? Carrie. Oh, Carrie, can you put a through call to Washington, please? Yes. It's pretty urgent. Is that supposed to be
That's
Gordon?
Gordon, yeah.
Well, I don't want to like give away the whole. I mean, I don't think there's much.
Yeah, but like they
Yeah,
get reunited and
I can picture her. You know, like John Tolman, he lives. He's a local creator. He's over in Pennsylvania. Oh, wait. So this is the Swamp Thing. Dear Alan. Dear Alan and Karen. Dear Swamp Things. Swamp Crew. Dear Alan and Karen. Well, they're all just like, Alan. Dear Alan, let me tell you what I think about Swamp Thing.
I was reading a little bit of those, but
yeah, it's just John Tolman doing the pencils and inks for the story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty cool because it looks. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at the art, it looks like all the stuff that like Steve Bissette was drawing and Rick Beach. You know, because they were all Beach and Bissette were supposedly lived in the same town or something, right? And like would help each other out sometimes, along with maybe one of the others. I might have that not completely. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like this one was mine, that one's like they're not. You know what I'm saying?
I pretty thoroughly like this one.
But it
like,
looks. You know what I'm saying? It looks like their styles. You know what I'm saying? The only except maybe I would say like not so much with the. I guess so. Like with the panels, he's doing some different. Because like Steve Bissette famously doesn't like the boxy panels and stuff.
Yeah,
like he does the grid. You know, he calls
it.
I
like
this is
what
pretty,
they
like,
do.
Breaks up a bunch of stuff. Like this image and this one where it's like 50 Swamp Things or whatever.
Oh my gosh, they like gang.
They're just like
raping.
all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And you're done.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat
the living daylights out of him.
We're gonna beat you up. We're all the same guy. We're all the Swamp Thing. Oh no! I just pissed this guy off. Yeah, pissed me off.
It's like if you mess with a bear.
Yeah, he's like, look, I have to come into town to get my fucking lady friend who's in your jail in your town. I understand you're not the jailer, but I have to come in here and handle all this. And you're in the get the fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
get your big stupid tank out of the way.
like Batman looks beaten up there. He's just like, ugh. My wife unharmed now. Or it gets much worse. Let them know. Like, like, look at his faces.
Yeah. I was watching
laying there.
the Harlequin show, and they actually kind of had sort of a joke about how like Swamp Thing just like does a whole bunch for a woman, like like he'll destroy a whole city.
Like how many? They're all just like he just grew like 5 guys that all can like rip up trees with their hands, and has 5 of himself. Is it 1, 2?
They took his
3, 4,
took his
5,
flamethrower.
Because that's him there. That's hard to see in real life too.
But man,
you see what I'm saying? It's either 5 or 6 like Swamp Things around the Batman there, throwing his shit off of them. And that's what I'm saying. Each of them could just grab a tree. Like if they can get their hand around a tree, they can rip it out of the ground. That's how strong they are. Just functions. That's a cool.
And he just like walks away. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like,
he doesn't want to kill him. It just kind of shows like he's just like, you're in my way. Get up.
Well, that's what he tells you. He says, "My wife unharmed now, where it gets much worse."
Yeah,
let them know. Like he's like, what I'm saying? He's like, he's not like you go handle it now. You're the hero. Go figure this out for me.
Yeah,
I'll beat the crap out of you again.
Yeah, it's like the people are like, we can't negotiate with this terrorist, and like Batman's like, no, you have to do what he says. I don't want to get beaten up again.
Well, I mean, what could you do?
I don't. Yeah,
let's say it's 1986, and you're the mayor. What do you call the National Guard?
Yeah,
a supernatural forest / swamp has overgrown the city.
I mean, just like kind of the perspective of like the guy's like mouth here. These are people. This is his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, what do you guys? Come on! There's a supernatural forest that has grown up and is angry with us, and can like turn into golems and giant Godzilla. They would know Godzilla. That would be like if Godzilla came out in the 50s, like that would be in the DC universe. Or the
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, it was in the Marvel universe. Actually, they did Marvel Godzilla comics, I think. Right?
Yeah. So see exactly. So they would probably don't they sometimes read Marvel comics in the DC comics universe? Like if they see a comic, in the DC world. Isn't it like, oh, it's like, you know what I mean? Isn't that? I would think that would how it would be. They'd be like, see the other ones. Be like, look, the Marvel.
Well, like they have
the
Tiny Toons in the DC universe. I remember like there's like this scene in the Batman show, like the animated series Batman, and this security cop was just like reading some like Tiny Toons comic book or something.
Well, I just saw like there's a thing I saw people sharing around that like watch the first Ninja Turtles movie, and when Raphael goes in to see Critters or whatever, put on Critters yourself and watch Critters, because then it's like you see him go in and then he comes out and he's like, says whatever it is he said. I can't remember. I actually don't even think I've seen Critters, to be honest. Like I know it's a movie. But
I think it was on TV once, but I didn't really watch the whole thing. But I think I caught a little. Is it about like some rats?
Yeah, it's like little like, demon rat things.
Yeah, like it's like a horror movie about rats, right?
This is what I'm saying. Like I don't think.
Oh wait, I got a call. You can.
All right. Well, Sam's gotta check the. get stuck there. So I don't know. So I'm gonna I still got, yeah, maybe I'll talk about a thing I haven't posted it on my Substack. I keep forgetting to post it on there. That I'm gonna be doing like a Jack the Ripper comic, just like a couple of like draw like old timey looking pictures for the Ripperologist magazine. How do I put this onto a bigger that? Yeah, there we go. But so this is what I've done already. Story about from hell, researching from hell, and what's the point of that weird dream I had about goal, government declaring that fake news is a threat. You see, didn't they just arrest our boy?
Who?
Our boy Alex.
Alex?
Didn't they go out? They just went after Alex Jones and his radio station or whatever down there in Texas.
Did they?
He was saying
I
they were gonna do
remember
it.
like he was.
He had him looking all upset.
Yeah,
He was saying he was gonna
I
go.
know there was something about him, and he was all red faced and crying or something. But I didn't know what it was like about. You know, I just like saw the tabloid as I was just scrolling.
Right.
Yeah.
There's Jack the Ripper, vampire hunter.
Mhm.
Mandy from our beginning there. Her character. Did you read that or no? I know I read it, but I don't think
I kind of wanted to. You have like a link that you can share or whatever.
Yeah,
Anywhere I can
there's
find
stuff for like the thing. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, I did put a link for her new one.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can get Jack the Ripper 1 and 2 on there on the link from like that Super Dead issue 2.
Yeah.
With what's his name? The British, the old chap.
What guy?
Peter Gilmore.
Peter Gilmore.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. He was cool. Yeah. I liked him.
Draws Jack the Ripper vampire hair better than me, but you know, like I was just trying to do a old timey looking. You know, I got what? I guess here. Well, can you pull down one of those, or maybe can I reach this? There we go. I was just trying to make it look like the old timey police news. I gotta put more details on mine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have like in the Ripperologist magazine. I gotta put a link to that because it's like the latest. Oh, you know what I could do? That's what I could do. How? Is I could just show that on the whatchamacallit, the computer. I can just look at it on here. Look. And share it or whatever. Yeah, cool. Ripperologist. So. There it is. I think I can also just copy this and go to the current issue. It should just bring it up, I think. Maybe. Is it doing it right? What does it look like over on here? Oh, shit, I got to do the thing. Hold on. Yeah, okay, look. I just have to do the present again or whatever.
Gotcha.
Bring up the there. How do I make that? There we go.
Yeah.
I think there might even be. Nope. But so I'm in here, and you can go and download all this yourself, and you can see like this is just a PDF. There's a story in here. The Baroness Emma Leichenhelm.
Mm-hmm.
She was this old lady. I don't want to say old, but she was a lady. She's married, and she would go around in Whitechapel in London and try to stop the sailors from getting mixed up in the drink or getting she tried to stop the ladies. Oh geez, what happened? It's still okay. You know, the prostitutes and whatnot. She would try to stop them from,
because there's the Ripper about.
Right. She was trying to help them and whatnot, and give them a spot if they needed someplace to stay. If they didn't want to. The main thing was trying to keep them away from drinking. You know, they didn't want them drinking a whole bunch. That's where all the problems we always have with the sailors, the prostitutes, the women who weren't prostitutes. What if you're just a lady walking around, going to get your groceries or whatever? You got drunken sailors coming around. You know, so this lady was just helpful to everyone. You're in trouble. Yeah, and she's around. She's got a cane or an umbrella. If you're somebody assaulting somebody, she's coming at you. You know, like think about like I don't want to say like a mean old grandma, but like one of those aggressive older ladies. That was her, and she
maybe she has an army of birds that she'll like, attack them Home Alone 2 style.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
So that was, it gives it a more academically related version of her story than I can tell. But I illustrated a couple parts of it. She related that she was following a couple of sailors, a couple of girls are walking, and she was like following them. And they went up through this spot, and a dark shape was under the bridge and began to come towards her, and she thought she saw a flash of a blade. As she brought out her umbrella, a coach went by, scared the thing away. That was her story. And the next day was the day of the Mary Jane Kelly murder, which, as you know, is like the most horrific of the Jack the Ripper murders. If you think of the movies, that's always the last one where it's like that's the one where he's in the house and he's tearing the lady apart and just evil, horrible. So the Baroness, she wasn't known for exaggerating stories.
Right.
She's saying perhaps she
saw him.
Perhaps she saw him on the way, maybe to or from or whatever. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it was, I guess it gives it a better explanation of all of it and a whole bunch of other stories, events, it's like true too. It's not like a false. It's not like somebody like just be like, what if there was an old lady and she almost saw Jack the Ripper? Wouldn't that be like it's legitimate?
Where she like did kung fu and like was trained by monks in
like she had like a Batman like utility, just the belt, man. Like this, she would have been able to like take him out. But
I mean, speaking of like Batman being able to take out Jack the Ripper,
Batman can't even take out Swamp Thing.
Well, I think Swamp Thing is kind of more powerful than Jack the Ripper.
I don't know. That's a good question. It's a good question. Oh, should we do? That's what we should do. Is the not the Batman thing, but the
what?
The interview. You want?
Oh yeah.
I think that would be fun. I think that would be like
you and Yambar.
Yeah. So maybe what I could do too. I thought about this earlier. So I think there's a so here's the Ripperologist issue number 171. There's 170 other issues before this, and they're all historical articles. It's not like that's what I'm saying. Like me, like I have to exaggerate and act like a inbred or whatever. Inbred hillbilly. You know, we come down here when I read the comic book too. I'm like, you know. But it's not, you know what I'm saying? Some magazines like Fangoria, right? Think about Fangoria magazine or Heavy Metal magazine or I don't know. You know, there's different magazines and whatnot, and some of them might be like you know, it's not like those. It's like a more academically styled. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to do like some old timey looking, like the original, you know, actual like police papers or whatever. You know, like I think that would just be okay. So let me pull that off. There. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So like stuff like the old original police news sketches and whatnot. I think these were like engravings, and then they don't. It's a bad reproduction. I gotta get better pictures or whatever. But no, let me pull up. Oh, that's me. I do have I have the Christian interview comic that I did with him. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to read this other interview I did.
Oh yeah.
There's this new. This is the old original. Christian Ambar has the same shoes as me. Illustrated. So that's me back in whatever 2012. It's like my version of Yambar back then. Chris Yambar wrote comic strips. It's me and him watching a was that Dr. Octopus cosplayer walk past us, and he's like, "How's that guy white? Let's get tentacle stuff. What's he doing?" But, you know, we were just like talking about all kinds of fun. He's a cool guy. And his other interview, he passed away. I guess that's what I was going to say, is that he passed away in 2020. And, you know, I had somehow missed gee, there it goes. All right, well. So this is his page. I think they can see this. It's horrible. Horrible. Okay, so it should just be on that. That's his it's him. He's Chris Yambar. Made up Mr. Beat. So Beatnik. That's him at the top of the page. You see the little Mr. Beat guy.
Oh yeah.
Little Beatnik drinks coffee. Did magic with his coolness. Brought back the Yellow Kid, the original comic book character, comic strip character in the newspapers. Was the original newspaper strip. You know, there had been like political cartoons in the comics, the newspapers. The Yellow Kid was the first one that was just a not a political one. You know, it was like for kids. Comic strip for kids. So he did a new comic about him. Ongoing, the Yellow Kid, Chris Yambar, and Randy Bish. Among other works. So there's a picture of his Mr. Coffee Man. There's him. He might have also been the actual inspiration for Batman, is what some people have said. So I mean, a lot of like the Christian Bale Batman was highly influenced just by Chris Yambar. He's a friend with the Kiss, Gene Simmons. He was friends with Gene Simmons, Alice Cooper. You know what I'm saying? He had been doing like paintings and stuff. Simpsons stuff.
Big beefy book of Bart Simpson.
All kinds of comic books.
Sexualizing kids, huh?
Oh, that Yambar. Oh. What'd you do to Bart Simpson there, buddy?
You gave him steroids.
Keep the kids off the dope. Keep the kids off the dope. Come on. But he, that's the thing. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Got to interview him, got to talk to him. And if I never published this, I had a recording of it at some point. Maybe I'll just put it on kind of like a cool picture of him. I'll leave it on this. His Mr. Beat and him. While we
all right.
So are you going to read the whole thing, or you want me to read part of it? Well, how would it be easier?
How would that work? Well, you would read you.
Right. And then the ones in blue
is Yambar.
Is Yambar.
Okay.
So you do Yambar.
Okay.
Okay. I'll get my pointer. Okay. So this is back in 2016. So this is transcribed off the telephone as well. Recording. I don't know what happened with the recording. I had it. You know how things happen.
Elusive.
Okay. This is me interviewing Chris Yambar. Sam is playing Chris Yambar. I don't think that there's anyone like complaining that Two-Face at the time was played by Billy D. Williams, and now you have all these people that they're throwing fits about like Thor, like I'm throwing it all on the line here. But look, there's this huge thing. We can't have a black Viking. It's unheard of. And I think back to the time when Harvey Dent was black, and really, I think Billy D. Williams would have been an awesome Two-Face.
No, not really. Or how's he talking? I don't know. Like I need sort of a rough.
Just figure like well, maybe we should have it so we can see.
Was it like a quick response or like a no, not really? Like
think like spastic sort of. Like,
no, not really.
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay.
Oh, what did I just do? What the hell is it even doing? Can you guys see that at home? Maybe that's better. I guess we're doing that. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I'll start from where
yeah.
I really think Billy D. Williams would have been an awesome Two-Face.
No, not really.
Well, and then there's the Annie thing. They had the updated Annie thing with Jamie Foxx, and I don't know who the young actress's name is.
So what?
But exactly, look, this is fiction. It's not a real thing.
Right, it's not the color purple.
Well,
Nick Fury in the movies is badass.
Well, of course it's a shame. They keep casting these guys in shitty movies.
Well, they keep taking them. Don't be embarrassed while you look. You took it and you took the money, or just do what David Lynch did and have your name taken off Dune and have a black bar by your credit.
See, now I love Dune. The first time I saw it, I thought it was the most amazing movie, and especially if you compare it with the modern CGI version that they made. So how do things are able to change?
You're concerned?
Concern is a strong word.
Well, there's not enough boobs.
There's not enough boobs.
Yeah, it's all about the boobs. Halle Berry, Black Catwoman.
Oh yeah, the Black Catwoman. Well, that was the other one. See, you've got a better memory than me on this stuff, and that's fantastic.
I love all people, but then there was also Eartha Kitt, who was the original Catwoman in the 1960s Batman.
The Adam West one?
Exactly. Figure that.
She was black?
All her life. Figure that. Eartha Kitt.
Wait, the one that was in all the... Was there two different actresses portraying Catwoman in the 1960s show, Batman?
There was Lee Merriweather. There was the other hot one. Yeah, there was two white ladies, and there was Eartha Kitt, and there was no explanation.
Right, see, that's what I like with the Batman movie, with Two-Face, right? There was no explanation. We still had the same Alfred. We had Val Kilmer. And now he's Tommy Lee Jones at a trial in a courtroom. But
doesn't Val Kilmer look like a 6-year-old in his face, in the suit? Doesn't he look like a 6-year-old got his dad's Batman suit. Terrible. Just terrible.
So what has changed? This is all these other examples where no one cared. No one was upset about Black Harvey Dent, Black Kingpin. Is this just the blowback from Obama? What has changed?
I think it is. Well, my personal opinion is it's call quota hiring more than anything else. We should have a black guy in this. Why? Because we don't have a black guy in this. Well, we don't have a 3-eyed midget with webbed feet and horns sticking out of his head either, but where are you gonna find that? Well, it's not the same because they don't even vote.
Really, what that could be the next market for Donald Trump. Who else is going to appeal to the 3-eyed midgets? Who else is speaking to the Oompa Loompa contingent?
Equal wits for the web-footed, equal rights. Equal whites.
Equal whites for the web-footed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you know I'm not
okay. I see he's doing like an impersonation. Equal whites for the web-footed. Yeah, I think I'm not politically correct.
Yeah, well, I'm beginning to realize that, I'm not here to say I am or I was, but I'm beginning to see that it's really more of a hindrance than anything. I mean, it's we have the freedom of speech and everything, and the limit is you can't say fire in a crowded theater
unless there is a fire.
See, that's debatable though. That's at the point. If they specifically said you can't say fire in a crowded theater.
Maybe out of control heat.
See, isn't this just seriously the best presidential campaign ever?
It's like a circus.
It is. I mean, this is drawn. It's drawn in so many people. It's drawn in so many people that had written politics off as boring. But now they see you can just say anything at all, and it doesn't matter. No one can hold you to account because you've said 50 more things that are even worse.
When Carson left, I said, "Okay, that's it. It was over for me, anyways." Because I was down with Ben Carson because he's black in the quota hiring. Nah, I'm just kidding. But no, I just said this is bullshit. This is more that's something that pisses me off. These guys, get elected to their jobs, these positions, and they don't even stick around to do their jobs. They start running for president of the United States and start talking about their voting records, and they only ever showed up for 2 votes. What the hell are they talking about here?
Well, Rubio, he said he's not even going to consider going for re-election for senator. I mean, you just got in, and he obviously already had fans. I mean, they were already all elected, but they were fans nonetheless.
Well, the thing about this whole thing,
yeah.
Well, the thing about him is the fact that he actually said about his job as an elected official that it's boring. He hates it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but he's not gonna be anybody's vice president. But nobody wants to take and work their way up to anything. You know what I mean? They just want it. The hell they're doing, it's terrifying. It's a benchmark of stupidity, and a benchmark that we've run out of thinkers. At least with Trump, at least with Trump, what the son of a bitch is thinking because he says it. And they're like, he's going to have to soften that. Listen, if he condense it down and cuts out 42 paragraphs, that will make him sound more presidential. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, wow, this is great. It's like we're living in a comic book. They're all supervillains. I mean, Hillary Clinton, holy shit. Does she say anything ever and mean it? I know what he means.
Let's put that on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. For the Ohio primary, I voted for Bernie because I felt I had to. I should.
I found myself really liking him as a person.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and that's the reason he's not going to make it.
He tries. He really tries to make a difference, and he beat her. He beat her over and over, and they had draws, and they flipped a coin 4 times. So she could win 3 times. They had to flip coins for her to win. They flipped a coin 4 times so she could win by 3. What the hell does that mean? It means she cheated. They said it right on the air and nobody called it.
Right. See, I mean, at this point, I can't imagine that Bernie is going to be the Democratic nominee because he's too good of a guy, you know? So that leaves me at this point with having to vote for the Donald because he seems like he's going to get it done faster than the rest of these people. I mean, they're all, they're going to basically do the same thing, but they're going to take their time with it. I mean, Hillary Clinton will definitely destroy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Death will come with her.
So why beat around the bush? You know, like, if it's like a Band-Aid. You take it off slow, it's going to hurt. Be drawn out. Just rip the thing off. That's how I feel.
Yeah, rip the Band-Aid off.
That's what I'm saying. With Trump, people like to write him off and say he's so stupid and he has so simple and he speaks at a 4th grade level. But he's the only person all of them talk about. From the beginning, he's dominated the conversation. They start a debate and say, okay, Mr. Bush, Donald Trump said this about you. How do you respond? And that's the opening debate question. How do you respond to Donald Trump's tweets? That's the opening debate question.
It's the Donald Trump show.
This is just genius. I mean, Twitter in 2008, you could go on there and find out maybe about what Metallica was doing or see a canned response from the president's office or whatever. And now, like 8 years later, that's where the 2 main front runners for the Republican ticket, that's where they're hashing out their arguments. That to me is just amazing to watch. People are arguing about what Donald Trump retweeted. Not even what he said, but just he clicked another button and all of them are feeding into it. We tricked Donald Trump into retweeting a quote from Mussolini. See, aren't we important? So
the whole thing's funny. It's childish. There was a certain fear and trepidation during the Reagan years. I have to tell you, there a hell of a lot more fear with the thinking people, with what's to follow for the next generation. It's pretty scary.
Right. Because what's the next step after this? Because whoever it is will be up for election after 4 years, provided, there's still a republic or whatever,
That's the other thing, too. We're in a republic. Don't forget about that. We're in a republic. Even ever democracy comes to an end, and people don't understand that.
See, I think the one to watch for this is going to be California. Because they've said in as many words that they're not going to stand for a Trump presidency. And we've already had Texas threatening to secede for forever because I couldn't even tell you what their reasons would be. But everyone looks at California as they're the liberal and the hippies and the stuff. And they're fresh food. they like their fresh food. But they generally realize, they're not too out of whack. They're a little bit more progressive than most, but they're at least thinking about these things. They're not just shooting from the hip, and we're not going to stand behind a black president, for all of California to say, well, it was a good run, but we're just going to be our own country now.
And that comes back to illegal immigrants. They actually outnumber the actual citizenship of American citizens. I was like, get out of here. They said pay attention in some spots. Next time you're out there, pay attention. Bring your calculators. Yeah, we're serious. They don't get it. It's all about what they think, not what the facts are, what they think. So elect Trump and let him destroy whatever he wants to destroy, and eventually it'll settle down. The dust will eventually,
Yeah, a new republic will rise from the ashes.
Let it settle. Give the kids a chance.
Yeah, that's the thing. I do have, I got a daughter, she's 9, and a stepson, Junior, and he's actually going to be 13 tomorrow. So it's going to be the teenage years, and it's going to be pretty crazy, but that's something I constantly think about. I don't care myself. I can live on eating bark off the trees,
We'll live on love. Did you ever hear that? We'll just kill them with love.
Yeah, I've read some books. I've seen some stuff, but that's what I constantly think, because they get to be, they're adults, and they're going to say, what the hell were you doing? You saw all this stuff when you just kind of sat there? What good did that do? Exactly. We're not talking about some imaginary debt numbers that to me is the biggest joke. We're going to saddle the future generation with unsurmountable debt. What are you even talking about? Like,
Right. We sold ourselves out to the corporations.
Corporations are people, as we found.
Surprise, we suck.
I'm probably going to have to tell them that they should have incorporated earlier. It's what I'll have to tell the kids. You know, there's a form you're supposed to file and you didn't. And legally, I'm not supposed to tell you this. You know, there's a conflict of interest, but, you know, that's what we're supposed to find out. You got it.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. That's what I mean. It's just, you know, I've been reading a lot of the Hunter S. Thompson when he was on the 72 campaign trail. No shit. That's the other thing I should ask you. You know who John Kasich is, our beloved governor? Reportedly, he was on the 76 Ronald Reagan campaign with Roger Stone. Roger Stone is his campaign manager. And Roger Stone has tweeted out, and he has book stand. He has books and stuff. You know, he's written books, and he tweeted out that in 76 he had to fire John Kasich because he was selling weed to the other guys in the field.
Who wasn't? It's like when they asked Sonny Bono if he smoked marijuana in the 60s, and he said, "Who didn't?" Then he went skiing and ran into a tree.
Right. So now I got people on Facebook telling me, people in hydroponics shops, you know, that John Kasich is selling them grow licenses, which is still illegal after the unfavorable vote we just had in November.
You know, I got to tell you something. I'm Venice Beach on Venice Beach.
Did you say you're not allowed on Venice Beach?
No, I was just out on Venice Beach a couple years ago, 2 years ago. And I'm walking along. What was it? A year and a half, 2 years? Who cares? Okay, anyhow.
Recently.
And I know, recently they're still out there in droves, these people, and I'm walking along, and I love it. You know, everything you need to know about humanity is right there, and I see these two hippies standing around wearing lab coats, white doctors' coats, and they have tents, and they say, you know, they're listing all these different diseases, and if you'd like to talk about these things, come on, step on inside. And people are walking in and they're walking out with these little scripts. So what's happening here? These people are walking in and taking about maybe glaucoma or something, and then they say, well, here's a prescription. They're med students, and here's a prescription for medicinal marijuana, and here's where you buy it. So they're actually writing scripts for medicinal marijuana on Venice Beach in little tents. I don't know what the hell you do. You call them Bob?
Like portable doctor's offices?
Yeah, portable doctor's offices. And they're wearing shirts and, you know, long lab coats, and the hair's long. And I thought, you know what? That's freaking awesome. That's genius. Talk about working the system. And they're probably med students. It's like they're saying, hey, man, yeah. or the pot laugh. Yeah.
What is the pot laugh?
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Okay, you know, it's unique. Your 15th bag, that's when you get the free laugh. It's how it works. So that's what's amazing to me, because these people can actually walk in with their script, get it filled, go home and smoke some reefer. What the hell is the problem here? They're mocking the system, I say, and the system deserves to be mocked anyways. Because the only reason marijuana was made legal was because of a smear campaign by William Randolph Hearst.
DuPont?
Was in the newspaper business, had all kind of money in lumber, and his competitors were printing newspaper on hemp. It was growing a hell of a lot faster than lumber, so let's just push this thing as if it's opium.
Right, and then they turn it into violent killing machines. The ninjas.
And they start playing the piano real fast and laugh a lot, and who wants that?
This is America. We need to keep things on the up and up.
One of these guys could grow up to be, oh God, you know, like, so that was the deal, and he shut up and down, and it became taboo. But really, that was the only reason it was made illegal. But these people are beating the system, and it deserves to be beaten. But no one ever talks about regulation. Well, what do you do to regulate? No one ever died of the munchies.
Not yet, anyway.
It's crazy. He bit the baby's head off because he thought it was a Frito.
You know, I don't think it's so much the system itself is wrong, but just the people who steer in the system. Because you know what you're talking about there is proof this system can work. Because look, we turned it around. We took the system you're using and made it into the opposite of what you're saying. So I don't want to say the whole system is completely broken. Like if you go to the steakhouse and you order your steak and Bob throws it into the fryer to cook it, are you going to say the steak is bad or Bob is just a shitty cook?
Well, what if you want chicken fried steak?
Okay, well, so what if you want the chicken fried steak, but he doesn't bread it? That bastard, son of a bitch!
What?
Thinking like it all stopped here or something. And it starts up again.
You say when are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Okay, I like black people.
Is this going to go into the Sir Mix-a-Lot I Like Big Butts song? I think that's the way to turn this whole thing around.
Yeah, you know, I think people need to get the hell over themselves, and in doing that, you can get over the other guy. Just stop. So goddamn important that we are as a culture, people, or country of people. Right now, we play in segregation. We stand, you know, united. We stand. Nobody stand for anything. It's like Animal Farm for real. I don't even care what color somebody is or what your nationality is. Shut the hell up. Sit up straight. If you're not here by choice, then get the hell out. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Let's try to make something great, because we have our generations to follow us. Stop being so stupid. Cut it out. This is Chris Yambar, and I absolutely endorse my messages. I don't know what this other nutcase is saying. That's his thing. He's still talking about the white Perry White, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh, that's the other one. I was going to say something about.
See, we're brilliant over here. We're brilliant, but anyhow, we all know that Batman would get his ass kicked by Superman in a straight-on fist fight. But you know what? Batman's more of a leech. Think about it. Batman will always win. Thank you very much. I approve of everything I say. I have no regrets.
Chris Yambar.
Right. Yeah.
Chris Yambar, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was he's a crazy guy. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. So I'm saying he was like one of the first guys like I met in like comics or whatever. And like, you know, like gave me the time of day. Let me draw a funny comic book about him.
Yeah. Cool.
And like I said, he wrote Simpsons comics, drew stuff, SpongeBob comic book when they saw SpongeBob, the Yellow Kid, Popeye comics. He did some Popeye comics. You know what I'm saying? He was like I said, I forgot that one. Chris Yambar, my buddy. So, and he was the one that I had that weird dream about, along with Rick Veitch and all those. You know what I mean? Like, I was dreaming. And you know, at this time in his life, in this picture of him here, he didn't have an eye patch. Later in life, he wore an eye patch. Pirate. I think that's probably like if I had the eye patch, that's what I would want people to say. Like, he is a pirate.
Well, there's this guy that sometimes I see him as a customer in the Big Bird Incorporated, and he has an eye patch on.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, I think I found the silent minority.
He's here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. He's just like walking around with an eye patch, and it's just like, wow.
Keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
Keeping the eye on you. That's what I'm saying. He's
stay silent.
The silent minority was just like my favorite. Like that idea of like he could be anywhere. Like you could put him into comics just by like drawing in like an eye patch on somebody. Like, that's silent there, and like think about
the master of disguise.
That's what I'm saying. You pull up. Let me pull this thing back on here. you know, you open up like this Hellblazer comic, right? And Steve Dillon has died too. You know that, right?
Mm.
Yeah, the guy that drew this, Steve Dillon, died a couple years ago.
Yeah, I got like
but like you could take like this picture of like all these people sitting on the plane and just like take a marker or a pencil or whatever and like draw an eye patch onto one of them. And it would be like this is a crossover with the silent minority. Is in all comics. You just have to find, you know what I mean? Like that'd be like a whole like thing is like for people to send in the best places they found silent and put him, you know what I mean? Like, because you'd have to read a comic. You wouldn't just like go through and like randomly, this could be him. Like how he's in that runs the comic shop, the comic stand, and that other one. That could be him. Like imagine that guy, like the next page, like now he has an eye patch, or like when the guy comes back, like now he's wearing an eye patch, and they don't address it. What the hell? Oh man, have you read this yet?
No, not the whole thing yet, but
Why
like
is this guy's like missing his eyes and
Yeah.
the skin around his eyes.
that was like whatever happened prior to like this one that we kind of went over briefly before.
Okay.
And then this is like the conclusion. So
Yeah.
like
Are you sure about this?
well, no, not that one.
That we went over that other one. You have?
Maybe. I
don't
think I
think we
showed
did.
you a little bit of it, but it's the one with John F. Kennedy.
Oh,
He's,
maybe.
like he has his brains blown out at the end of it. Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah.
Hold that for a second. Sorry.
Mhm.
That. I should borrow this from you because, like, I need.
Yeah.
That's a really good. That's the picture I'm drawing for former presidential candidate Robert Morrow.
Oh.
The he would have been the president of the Boobylicious Party, which, as my friend Christian Yambar said, it's all about boobs. He would have been. He wants a picture
That's a
of
kind of cool picture. Just like I'm standing in the city.
That's a rough one of John F. Kennedy there. That's horrible. Like you can see his brain. That's disgusting.
Oh my god. Well, like look at these. I just was like looking through this one.
Is this the end?
No.
Do you have the next one of this or no?
Yeah.
Does it start off with John F. Kennedy?
I didn't look inside it.
What?
But like, look at this cat, man. Like, and all these babies that are like behind this case.
This is
That's like kind of like
72, 73 of Hellblazer. You have a picture of the Statue of Liberty, like the skeleton Liberty or whatever. That's definitely like just uncanny looking.
yeah, it kind of does start off that way.
Oh hell yeah! I might have to borrow these from you, sir. I need to be like, you know, I don't think I have.
Okay.
Well, this is because this is pretty good. Like the baby, is that like supposed to be like a deli or something?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh no, it's like a little bar. Okay, what is?
John F. Kennedy follows Constantine around for a while in this.
Yeah, it's a bar because that's what it has up on the top of here.
Oh my god, what the heck?
That's what I'm saying. That picture.
Oh my god.
Is supposed to have it needs to be a pretty like extreme one, and this is exactly the kind of reference I need, I think. Well, not this cat, but some of the other stuff in here. Huh. Well, so that's it's pretty good. Do you want to like take a break for a while? Like, or do you want to?
Yeah.
How long does it say we've even been going?
Hour and 35 minutes.
Well, I think that's probably I don't think anybody's here.
People were here, but like they left.
Okay.
Like there was at 1.2 people on at a time, but they didn't say anything, as far as I know.
Guys, can speak up. You gotta speak
But I felt like that was pretty good though. Like, you know, we talked about some stuff. We got to know your friend Chris Yambar.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing. I don't want to like try and like top.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like I said, like you gotta he's like a goofball. Like he's just he's always just lots of energy and would just say like just all kind of just crazy stuff, but it all would have like would all come to like, you know, like his like at the end there, you know, just be kind of cool. But then he would like kind of like do like a joke, you know, like, but I think we all can agree, you know, Batman would get his ass kicked by Superman in the straight on fist. Come on. It's Batman, Superman, get out of here. Get out of here. You know, like because I think that was around if it was 2016, was that when Batman versus Superman came out?
Around when that was coming out or when it was at least announced or something like that.
I think that's what it is. That's when it was.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lame movie, honestly. Wasn't really like that good.
You don't like Batman versus Superman with why did you say that name? See, I liked all. What was
it? Was okay, maybe.
Was there another one that Ben Affleck was in?
He was in the Justice League, which I haven't seen the Snyder cut. I've only seen the Joss Whedon one, and that sucks. But I hear the Snyder one's better or something. And the Ben Affleck Batman was also in that Flash movie, which also wasn't that good.
Oh yeah.
Even though Michael Keaton is cool as Batman, like I like that.
Oh, and he was in the Suicide Squad for like 3 seconds or something.
Oh yeah,
too,
yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah, but
yeah, it's I liked it. Like that's what I'm saying. I like Batman versus Superman. I'm not
maybe I'll have to catch it again or something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's why.
Apparently, there's that a sequel to that The Batman coming out.
Yeah,
and also
a sequel to Joker.
Yeah,
Joker 2 with
Harley Quinn's in that too.
Lady Gaga. It's gonna be Harley Quinn. Yeah, I don't know. Like I like the Joker movie. Like this, I'm saying. Like I like all of them.
Yeah,
I'm not like it has to be perfect or
like
that. Like,
people get too serious about that kind of thing, and it's like I don't know. Some movies, I'm rarely ever like super insulted by a movie where I'm like, this is just like so garbage, and I'm angry that I even spent money on it.
Right.
But like, I don't know. Some movies I'm like, it was kind of meh or is kind of you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll watch a movie and see what it's like, but I'm
like,
not...
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and it's like really hard to put all that together. A lot of people worked on it, you know. Like it's like it's like people spent time and energy. I don't know into something. I don't know.
I mean,
but like. I mean, am I making a movie? No, but you know, I don't have the resources they do either.
Make a movie with your telephone.
Yeah,
That's all you gotta use nowadays. Just telephone. Maybe I should like.
Oh yeah, you didn't talk.
Maybe
next.
Let's do like. For the viewers at home, I'm gonna do like just more of a regular review of this, but with the thing. Without it being live, because if it's live, it doesn't record it and as a good of a, you know, resolution.
Yes.
So maybe we'll do that. We'll go and shut the live off, and then just use the other thing to just record, looking through this a little bit, because this. The thing that like I was thinking about the other day with this is that I'm in this right. I've got a few different pages. First two. these other 3 where it's like it's actually me in these, like illustrating this interview with Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips that I dreamt up, you know, like
got a Brubaker comic. And I keep bringing it over because like it's cool, but like I never get to talk about it. But,
well, that's what I'm saying.
But someday we can go into it.
The thing about this is that the other people that are in here, Jim Mahfood.
Yeah.
Let me. I will blow it up so we can see. They can see what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm saying. We'll do like a. But yeah, the other people that are in here, Jim Mahfood doing kind of like a joke about like the image creators, like Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson and Jim Lee and everybody. He's in there. Jim Rugg is in here doing this big 2-page spread of like Prophet and Chapel and Blood Wolf and the Bloodstrike guys.
Oh yeah.
Cable's in there too, I think.
Yeah.
Or it might be Cable or Colonel Bravo. And fucking the comic by Ed Piskor of him illustrating the jeans commercial with Rob Liefeld is in here.
They would never allow this.
They would never allow this. Image Comics is a bunch of pussies. All of them. Eric Stevenson.
They wouldn't be interested.
None of them have even said anything about this. None of Image Comics, the workers' union. You know, I'm not against unions generally, people's workers' rights. It's control of the production, but they ain't said shit, and they're not for creators. Or Ed Piskor died because of the comics industry being a bunch of assholes. There's just him drawing Spike Lee and Rob Liefeld in that jeans commercial. So fucking amazing. Every now and then I got off of that thing though. That's the original image that was in it for this in the Wizard magazine. They made a fan version of the old Wizard magazines.
Yeah.
I think there's like an interview with Ed in here. Yeah, picture. I think that's what it is. It was like a tribute. Like he saw this fake ad. He saw this and he was like, "You guys should make that a real Image Grand Design." But they didn't use. I don't know why they didn't use that cover. I mean, like the cover is cool, definitely. Like David Brower's and like the back cover is cool. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We'll go do like a real thing with it.
Yeah.
But I feel really kind of cool that. Not cool, but you know what I mean? Like, weird. All right, well. Is it so low?
We exit.
Yeah, what do, the sex sells easier, kids.
Yeah. Sex sells easier, folks. You heard it from your old pal Stan.
We'll have to do like
from the grave.
Oh, I've got an interview with Stan Lee somewhere that I was thinking you would like. So that's what we should do too. Like it's like do like a read a. All right. Well, yeah. So that's cool. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Wear that outfit again. But if you want to keep it clean, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that when you used to debut her phone number 1 single song? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls, I ate some of their